So what's up with y'all? My name's John,
My name Ray.
and we started this sneaker podcast. I came to Ray with this idea. Since we both heavily in the sneaker community and everything, and we both local in the same area, I was like, why don't we collab? Do a sneaker podcast because I feel like it's not really in the area like that. So we just want to start off with like an intro to get into both of us. So you can go ahead.
Well, everybody can follow me on Instagram at FlagEyeRay, straight like that. First of all, we're going to talk about like how we met and stuff. Well, I met John when I had like 1,800, 2,000 followers. Just on, I think he just followed me one day, or I follow him.
Yeah.
One of the two. And then ever since then, I just seen how he was cooking off a bot and stuff. And this was before I became who I was in the resale game. So I was just amazed. I was just like, damn, he getting all this shit. But then he was in college getting it. So the nigga had a room full of just shoes. So that's how I met him.
Yeah. Same story. We hit each other on DM. This was like, I think when I checked, it was like 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
probably like two or more years ago. Just all like basic respect. Niggas just cooking.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you cook, yeah, you cook. And we just saw each other hustle. And we just been cool ever since. We actually ain't never link up. It was just it was Instagram type. Yeah. And we was just cool. So that's pretty much how we met. And for sure, after these past over 2 years, this man been grinding OC, definitely making himself known in the area. Not in just the area, everywhere, But we gonna get into all that. This is the first episode, so we got plenty more.
First
get
of
into it.
1 million.
Yeah, factual.
All right, so the main topic we want to start off, and I know everybody gonna ask, is how we started reselling. I started reselling. I'm not even gonna say reselling because it was just one transaction that happened. I was like 13, and I was at PG Mall, and I was camping out for the All-Star pack. I think that was the Kobe's, the Big Bang.
What year was that?
I'm 21 now, about to be 22, so let's say like 8 years ago? 9 years ago? One of them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was
8, 9 years ago.
ago.
Yeah. And PG Mall used to be like the mall, like first come, first serve. You camp out overnight, they give you a ticket, you go in there and buy the shoe. Simple. So I came out with the KDs, and some dude was like, let me buy them off you. So I'm like, okay, how much? I couldn't get my size because I wore like a 7. So he like, I got 500 for you. So I'm like, okay, you can have them. At like 13, I'm like, okay, $500, you only get that on your birthday. So, and then from now on, it was like a slow resale. Like I would always do it, then stop. But then when I went to college and I was like thinking of a plan, I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. Because I went to college for a semester and then just left and started reselling full time.
Facts. Okay, so I guess me, how I started reselling. I basically started it off just as, just a passion. I was in a Facebook group heavily back in like middle school, 8th, 7th grade. It wasn't on no making money. It was just trading to get sneakers you wanted.
Definitely.
Yeah, you knew shoes were worth a little money, but it was just, I'm trying to get these so I can wear to school this week.
Yeah.
The newest shoes or just some OG vintage stuff. But then over time, I just realized these shoes hold value, and sometimes you can beat them up, wear them, and probably flip them for more money or maybe get your money back for the most part.
Yeah.
So I would say when I was in high school, 11th grade, this is when Ian Connor first released his Revenge X Storm jumps, the makeoff of the Vans. And it was me and a couple other of my friends. We had this little group chat in high school where we just do resale plays and stuff like that. Just talk about sneaker community and all that. But we was cool friends. Shout out to my mans, Nehemiah, Armand, and Jeremy. We was all cool. And they put me on. Ian Connor was releasing his first jumps. And it was $250. Now, that was a tax for like a pair of Vans with a lightning bolt. $250 each, but it was around Christmas time and I had some money. And I had like pretty much $500 I had total. And I ended up getting 2 pairs of them jumps. But the site was so bad, like you had to keep adding the cart. You know how it is, adding the cart, refreshing, all that.
That's why I do nothing online.
I hate it, but it's like it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
It's a love relationship. But doing all that, and then next thing I know, I checked my bank account and I hit 2 pairs, $250 each. And the crazy story is they took forever to come in. So I ordered in December. They didn't come in till like beginning of March, end of February. Like shipping was dumb slow. So I thought I got scammed. But then once they came in, I ended up posting them on Grail, and the hype was there, and I sold them both, flipped them both for like 500 each. So it's like once I did that the first time, it's like you were 11th grade, you know, making this money. Like, dang, I can do this for real. This is off one release. Like he said, when someone offers him 500, when you 11th grade, you know, it's just off some movie, some money for the movie, something like that. But you like, shoot, this is better than most working a job for real.
Your first $1,000.
Exactly, your first $1,000 in high school. Like, that's when it made me get into it. That was my first story.
We're going to the next one on why we started the podcast. I seen him post something on Instagram. He was like talking about the podcast and stuff, and I was just like, I want to be a guest on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
then he called me. He was like, why don't we just do it together? So I'm like, cool. Like, why not? I think I got endless information for people out there and just stories and everything
that people be interested in. And when I posted that, me and my mans was doing. My man's is starting one. I work at a studio, Jay Cleasy. So he was starting one, just music, but kind of same thing. But I mean, I know ours is more towards sneakers, but he just doing towards music and just engineering and all that stuff. But yeah, I hit Ray up and was like, you know, I know we both heavily in the sneaker community, so I know we can spit some knowledge. Because, you know, everybody be blowing his DMs up, my DMs up, just asking questions, this, that, and the other. So why not just have one on a certain platform where y'all can leave comments, what questions y'all want to ask for the next episode, all this, and we just touch on it.
All right, so the main first topic, this was the most asked thing to do on my list when I posted. It was people asking, what do you think about new releases and trending topics? So I'm going to go into new releases first. The new releases that's coming out, the Trophy Room ones, the 85s, the white and gray, the Carmine 6s. What else?
I'm gonna do Kicks on Fire now. I'm just about to see what they got.
I think the University Blues.
Yeah, people maybe on
University Blues, the Top Haze 4s.
Whole bunch SBs. That's every week.
Yeah, a bunch of dunks. My opinion on all this. February is always the best month. Every shoe person know this.
In around All-Star.
This is one. This is the best month. Jordan Brand, Nike, they're gonna release their best stuff right now. But they do this on purpose because, you know, people get their taxes back and all that. So when y'all get y'all taxes back, just hit my DM. So, I mean, I got a couple of the shoes early. I could talk about them. I have the Universities. I have the 4s. I have the Carmines. Trophy Rooms. I feel like Trophy Rooms is like shoe of the year already. Like, I don't even care what's coming out. That shoe is just beautiful. I sold it.
Oh, you sold them already?
Yeah. Trophy Rooms is like #1 right now, unless something else just come out and just blow me away. University Blues, that shoe surprised me because it looked good on picture, but when you see it, it's like even better.
I feel like the color different because I'm looking on Kicks on Fire now. And I see
no, it's just like that.
You think? Because I seen some videos, but this blue look a little lighter than when I seen in person.
That's good. Trust me. The Carmines, those shocked me too because I was like, I'm not even a big Sixes fan, but when I seen it, I was like, okay, he's actually cool.
I had a pair back in the day.
All the dunks that's coming out, if people who know me, y'all know I don't buy like the regular GR stuff. I'm just not doing it. I can't wear everything everybody got. I just can't do it. So I'm gonna let y'all have them releases. Trophy Rooms, I'm gonna definitely buy them. But the other stuff, I'm gonna let y'all have that. I can't do it.
For me, as far as my senior year, I don't know. It's still early.
Yeah, it's still super early.
It's still early, but I can't even say that I'm really looking forward. I would say the Carmine, just because that's a little sentimental value right there.
Yeah.
From back in the day. Them ones, do look crazy. The Trophy Rooms, yeah, them joints look very crazy. Especially just one hype. Them joints very crazy. Trying to see what else. Now, the rumor. So is Cool Gray's confirmed for this December?
Yeah, 100%.
That's probably not right there. Probably
no, that shoe's gonna make anybody who in shoes the most money this year. That is gonna make the most money.
Yeah, that's gonna be no 11 releases. Boy, yeah, that's gonna make hella bread right there.
Like, people have been asking for this shoe. I remember when this shoe first came out, not the OG, but my brother had them.
2020.
Yeah, my brother had them. And I seen him with them. I'm like, bro, why is everybody going crazy over these? But then now I learned over time, it's like they came out in, when you say
2010, yeah.
2010, it's been 11
11
years. Like, people are going to go crazy. And it is the best colorway. Yeah, it's the best colorway.
You think over Concords?
Yeah, Concords is like, they come out every 3 years, so it's like I can't do that.
I mean, just because they come out all the time don't mean, the colorway not.
I know, but I'm saying the way I base it off shoes. The rarity. Like, it might not never be another cool gray that come out. But more than likely it will.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be some time.
Between Concord but you got the Space Jam. But I mean, that's just a black shoe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, cool grays is like you could wear it with everything.
Yeah, that cool gray different. But we all know Jordan Brand like to switch the colors up, change up the materials. So it's definitely not gonna be the same.
Very true.
I don't like that high cut on the 11s. I hate it.
I don't even wear 11s, but I'm gonna just get them and just keep them in the closet. I'm not even wearing them.
I got a pair of the 2011 Concords, but I know when I seen like the Jubilees and the other ones they've been releasing, the leather cut so high. I don't like it. But
but
it's still out.
This is my thing, and the reason why I say cool gray is gonna make the most money. For me, I had like 105 Jubilee pre-orders, and that is just a basic black shoe.
Yeah. Cool
bro, 105. Cool grays might do 200.
Shit, probably double that. Probably. The demand gonna be crazy. The demand's gonna be crazy.
You could do anything with that shoe.
Yeah. What else are some other trending topics? As far as like sneakers or.
What's some other trend? Another trending topic we could talk about is the Super Bowl coming up. That's what we could damn talk about. Now, people know I'm betting my money on Mahomes. If you betting it on Brady, hit my DM. We could do something. That's a trending topic. We just jump into the third question. You can start that one off, because I got a lot to say about this first question right here.
Yeah, so the first question y'all asked on Ray's Instagram and mine, we just did a mix. Someone said, I'm going to read the exact question, though. They said, the importance of a classic shoe and their longevity versus designer shoes. So me personally, I don't have any designer shoes. There's a couple pairs I want, but I just haven't brought myself to spend that much bread on a shoe because retail be high. But like, why I prefer regular like hype beat shoes or just just regular classics over designer. Just they hold their value better. I just never been a designer person, like, and most have a story behind it. I mean, you can get some designer stuff that's a story behind it, or new seasons, but I didn't say never been into designer shoes, because once you wear it, the price go down crazy. You can be a band, $800 for a pair of shoes, and once you wear them, like, you're not gonna get more than half that, because you can get it in the store, or you can get it online. So
some of it is rare though.
Yeah, for sure. But not everybody out here getting some rare stuff.
This is very important because I deal with a lot of people that are in the DMV area. Well, DC area, let me say that. Everybody, and to each his own. Go buy you a designer. If you want designer, go do that. It's just when they want to buy a high price shoe from me, and they be like, I'd rather go spend that on some Gucci's or something. I'm like, bro, like for example, somebody asked me for the trophy rooms. They like, why they so much? I'd rather go buy some Louis or some Gucci's. I'm like, bro, just get this shoe, right? You can wear it 5 times. You bought it for $1,800. You can sell this shoe for $1,600.
$1,500, $1,600.
You go buy some Louis. You buy them for $1,800. You're gonna sell them for $400.
Yeah, like $400.
And people gonna look at you dumb.
Yeah.
Like, if I was to start selling designer, they'll be like, what the hell is he doing? Like,
only if you're getting a discounted price.
Yeah, like a super discount. You really can't move them for real.
It's a depreciating asset.
Yeah, like,
essentially, like.
So that's why all my shoes, like, people, I done bought, the most I bought one shoe for was $1,900. But the shoe, I can still sell it for $1,500. So it's like, it's not really I got my $400 worth of wearing it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, okay, I'll take that. But designer shoes, y'all could buy them because everybody like different stuff. You can't judge stuff. Like,
Some
I like
people don't
rare
wear
shoes.
tennis shoes, you know?
Yeah, I'm about to say, I like rare shoes. People like designer shoes. People like regular Jordans that just be in the store. Like, everybody got a preference, but I just
We part of the same
just don't compare designer to a shoe that's 12,000 pairs made and only releasing in one place in the world. Like,
yeah, it ain't no comparison to that.
Yeah.
Because more than likely you can find that on Grail, eBay.
Yeah.
For used, and then it's still cheaper than retail price. Nah, facts.
yeah, you can start on that one too.
Craziest story to get a shoe. I guess I think when I told you that's probably the craziest. So I was in, but at the same time, it's a lot of. I've done a lot of crazy things dealing with bots to get a shoe, and then I've done a lot of things in person to get a shoe. So I'll just say in person. When I was in high school, I think it was my junior or senior year, is when Virgil started his collab with Nike, the 10. And he had the off-white Prestos. All of them were raffled off on Nike. And I entered all of them. And I wasn't expecting to win because, that joint was so hyped and the joints was so crazy, bro. But I entered, just to see what happened. And I was in art class, and I never forget the day. I looked at my phone, Nike email. I see, what they be saying when you lose? Like loser or whatever. They say loser, loser, loser. And I see success. Or I'm like, oh, shoot, hold on, which one is this? And it's the Prestos. I had on size 11. But they was at some store in Soho. I forgot the name of the store. But at the time, I'm in high school, and I'm like, dang, how am I going to get to New York? I was like, shoot, let me call my mom. I called her, like, right after school, and the shoe didn't come out. No, I think it was that weekend, for real. That weekend or the next weekend after. And I think it was a Thursday or Friday. And I was like, I got to go to New York. She was like, why? I was like, it's these sneakers I want, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, my God.
And she wasn't trying to let me go at first. She's like, you can find somebody. I got to work, blah, blah, blah. So I was asking on Instagram, Facebook. I need an adult to go with me. But she ended up caving in. We went, and I took the bus down there early, linked up with my mans. I went to New York, the school in New York down there, waited in line, and we had to go upstairs. It was like in the cut too, like the way the entrance was. And I got paid for them, and it was just the craziest feeling, like, dang, they're off-white Preston. People was asking me, like, trying to buy them like $1,200, $1,500 right at the store. But I was like, nah, like, I was going to wear them. They wasn't my size, but that was the off-white Pretzels was my favorite out the whole 10. So I was going to wear them, but I just kept them on. I was like, nah, I kind of want to keep them. But to see if they went up and everything. They did go up, but that was probably my craziest story right there.
I got a positive story, and I got a negative story. We're going to start with the negative one first. My craziest negative resale story was, when did Trophy Room 5s come out? 2 years ago?
That summer of my freshman year, so 2 years.
So like 2 years ago.
Summer 2019, I think, yeah.
So the 5s came out. Everybody know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They like blue,
crispy.
white.
The box was crazy too.
Crazy box.
That was sweet.
They had like a first come first serve in Orlando at their store, so everybody could like buy however many pairs they wanted.
Kill.
It was just like crazy. So my man's is down there. He like, I'm getting Trophy Rooms right now. Like, you want some? I'm like, yeah, I'll buy 2 of them because at the moment they was going for $350, $400. So I'm like, okay, if he's selling them to me for $3, I just make my $50, probably $80.
Mm-hmm.
I bought both, sold them probably a week later.
For real?
Bro, when I tell you, I looked on StockX 2 months later. The shoe was going for $2,000 in both of the sizes I had. Bro, I'm like, what?
Same thing.
But mind you, 2019, I'm not really making a lot of money. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, bro, I missed out on
that's
$1,600.
how I wasn't really sharp on the whole. I feel like that's when the sneakers was already rising in value, but like no one was really on it around that time. That's when it started like taking off a little bit, I would say, cause I got a pair too, and I sold them. I think I sold them for like $500, And you know, like you said, you're not getting that much money. You need a quick flip. Keep all the money coming in. You can't
For
hold
one,
everything.
people that's in shoes know 5s don't boost up like that. Like a 5 is going to stay where it stayed, and that's it. For some reason, these shoes went up 16.
Because you know why? Because people slept on them a lot.
Yeah.
People wasn't on them like that until after the fact, and then everybody. I think pretty much everybody who wanted them had them.
Yeah.
And just the price just went up. Like I don't know what happened, but
when I remember the day. It was somebody on Twitter. They posted a screenshot of them. It was like, wow.
And on some YouTubers they had.
And I was like
50 pairs, 10, 20 pairs.
Bro, what?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
So that was the negative one. The positive one was the same shoe, the 10, off-white Jordan 1 Chicago. I was smart on this hoe though.
Oh.
A little bit because they go for like 5 now. But I had the shoe.
We all knew they was gonna.
I had the shoe in a 9.5. So I just had it just in my room like. It's just like a gold mine. Like you gotta just keep it.
You know, yeah. It's a first one, like you know.
So I think like a year or two ago, I sold it for like $3,500. That was like $3,500 was like whoa, like okay.
Yeah,
this is some startup.
You can do
like
this.
But mind you, the shoe is
60.
Yeah, 160.
170 after tax. Like you know how much profit.
So I'm like, okay.
That you just made someone's monthly salary.
The second one was the satin ones, the red, black.
The red, black ones. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So I think everywhere was doing like some stores was doing first come first serve, and we was up St. Charles. Bro, I had everybody I know up there camping out overnight. So we get there, the morning come, the lady in finish line, she like, you gotta guess a size that we got. If we don't got the size, you gotta get out of line.
Maybe wow.
So I'm like, okay. So I'm telling everybody like, bro, listen up because if don't say the size that this nigga just said in front of you. So
yeah, facts.
Everybody, my people hit like 4 or 5, but mind you, I had at Detail Law. I had on the Foot Locker app, and I had a couple other places. So I ended up like 8, 9 pairs. So this one, like the agents was going crazy. Like, bro, I need all of them. So bro, I had like 9 pairs. They bought like all of them for like $3,800. I'm like, bruh,
bulk price,
bruh. You could take all of them.
Yeah,
but mind you, this one they was going for like 900 to 1,000. Yeah, but now they going for like 4.
They went down.
I'm like,
they just went back.
Thank you for taking all of them.
That's the thing. The market that's gonna be another topic too. Just
the market is crazy. The market is crazy.
I think the next topic we can do is just playing the sneaker market and like importance of networking. But we ain't gonna get into that this video. But yeah, that's crazy.
What else? Life is a reseller. You could go first. My life is crazy. My life is crazy.
Shoot, life is a reseller. I don't even know where to start.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff like you gotta pay attention to, as far as just answering people's DMs or just you know. But I mean, we come from 2 different sides of the story. I guess.
Yeah, that's why it's like perfect for us to do it.
So it's like I come from like botting, sneaker botting. If you're familiar, it's a sneaker software you can use that basically sends automated tasks to cop a shoe on the website and all this other stuff. So I do that. I mean, with that, it's just a lot of long nights. I remember back when Yeezy was first coming out and they had on his Yeezy Supply site and it was Shopify. And he wouldn't drop till like 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. Like now now everybody got it easy. It's set releases now, 10 a.m., 9 a.m., that's the set time online. But back in the day, they dropped at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So I used to stay up every drop. And Yeezys were releasing, pretty frequently. So I had to stay up till like 3 in the morning. Or there were shock drops sometimes too. 3 to 4 a.m. was the normal time, but there were shock drops. So you literally didn't know. So it's times I put hella all-nighters just to maybe cop 1 pair, maybe none. You never know. But as a reseller, you got to get that bread type. So it's like a lot of long nights. You're going to lose money. You're going to make a lot of money.
You gonna get scammed.
You gonna get scammed. You know.
We done been.
Yeah.
I know for sure.
We just go back and forth. We just gotta do one of
Yeah.
them.
Well, life is a reseller for me. After leaving college in 2017, 2016, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a slow grind, 1 to 2 pairs, just keep getting them, selling them, keep getting them, selling them. Then you get 5 to 10, keep getting them, selling them. But mind you, you're getting 5 to 10, but it's not the recognition that it is now. Like now, like I get 5 to 10, I get 1,800 story views.
Mm-hmm.
I get 5 to 10 back there. It was like 300.
Oh, okay, I feel.
So it's not the same recognition, like.
So what you mean? People wasn't really.
Yeah, like people wasn't really tuned in, like.
Tuned in like that.
I'm gonna say like, since 2019 to now, I've been doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't no early pair. So now it just went up all of a sudden. I'm like, what the hell did I do
people
different?
Like that early. Not that early.
So it's like you deal with a bunch of people in DC. You deal with a bunch of people everywhere. The DMV. You just. Well, for me, it's a little different than his because he's buying. But me, I done flew places for shoes. I done went to events. I done been here. I done been there. I done went, like, I'm going to say the event that changed my life and my partner Khalil's life was Complex Con Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Because this was when I was still working at Safeway.
Okay.
And mind you, we on the phone like, bro, we got to go, bro. We just got to. And mind you, this is a Wednesday. Complex Con start on Thursday.
Yeah.
So we like, bro, we booking the flights right now. We booking the hotel right now.
Mm-hmm.
We getting everything out the way. So we did all that. And my friend DP, we all went there. My friend J-Mac, we all went there, stayed in a little 2-bedroom hotel.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. It was sweet.
And mind you, our hotel was right here. Complex Con was right here, like so right beside it.
Boom,
literally
boom.
just walk.
Could y'all go in and out? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we was going in and out. We had to.
In and out.
So we going in and out. Complex Con. Boom. DP already know everybody.
Yeah.
Like DP is wearing MCAs before MCAs come out. Like it's just so many people around him.
Uh-huh.
So mind you, we running up to Jerry Lorenzo, Caius Omar, people who know shoes. And all these people are like hanging with us, like, mind you, we from the DMV, we don't see this.
Yeah, nah, for real.
So I'm like, bro, what?
Crazy world, crazy world.
So I'm like, I remember one time we hanging with Caius. I'm looking up his Instagram to see if this really him. I'm like this is really him.
When you see that person.
Caius, he taking us out to lunch. He paying for everything. I'm like, damn. So Complex Con, you just meet so many new people. Then that's when I met Barlos, the people who see my story, watch my story, or know of Barlos. Y'all know who he is. Another person changed my life. He introduced me to a lot of stuff, but we're going to keep going. Complex Con Chicago was it. Then LA came up. Complex Con Chicago was in July. LA came up in November. So November, that's when we was like locked in with Barlos even more, and Barlos had us backstage with Yachty and traveling around with Aleli and just everywhere. Like
it's me and that sneaker community.
But mind you, that's my first time in LA, so I'm still like shocked. I'm like, damn.
So you still getting in LA?
Like I'm like, this is amazing.
I ain't even been yet.
But mind you, while all this is going on, you still got stuff you got to resell in Complex Con.
Yeah.
So all that's going on, you meeting her, you meeting him, you meeting the people that run Atmos, you meeting just everybody. So now everything is locked in more. The resellers that's big time start seeing your face more there. Everybody's like cool now. Like the big resellers, they're not gonna put their name out there, but just walking up to you, dap you up like, you had this one, you had this one. Then Chicago All-Star Weekend too was another one. Like just being at All-Star Weekend.
Just being there. Sometimes
just being there
can change your life.
Like I didn't even have to get a shoe to just.
Even if you
I'm
did
here.
it's an experience.
I'm here.
That's
like
you can't,
and I did a vlog on my page for this shit.
You can't pay for that. Like
you can't pay for it. So
it's just an experience.
This is when I'm making a lot more money. So we going in, we just picking up Off-White 5s, packs, Jordan packs, just everything. Mind you, the lines is crazy. Everything is first come, first serve. It's like, bro, We in Chicago, 5-degree weather. You want us to sit outside.
Yeah, I know that's probably break.
You want us to sit outside.
Yeah, that's break.
No. So then, I don't know. The experience is crazy. That's why I be telling other resellers, like, you gotta travel, bro.
Nah,
You gotta,
facts.
the DMV is just, it's cool. You gotta have your clientele there, but it's nothing better than going and just seeing these places. Like, you gotta go to these events. That's why I'm so mad the events are closed off.
Yeah, I'm mad too. 'Cause I definitely went.
Yeah. But it's also a lot of janky stuff that go on. Like, you know, every store got going back door to people. Every store going to do that. So you just got to know how to fit in and make sure you just get at least one. Like, my thing is people that look at my page, they see me do it. Bro, you got to get at least just one. That's how you start off.
Yeah.
Like we both said, the off-white from the 10 started us off. Like, just get one shoe. That's all you need. Don't worry about 20, 30, 40, 50.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff gonna come off just repetition. You just gotta know what you're doing.
Know what you're doing.
But then just customers too, like just dealing with customers. Yeah. It's like, and then you gotta know how to market your stuff. Like, the way I post stuff is a certain way. When I get the shoe in hand, that's when I'm gonna post the pre-order. You just gotta know what to
have
post.
Your own system.
Have your own system that work for you.
Exactly.
And then, back to customers. You just gotta know. You gotta build relationships with them too. Like, some people, they want to just be like, okay, buy shoes, drop them off, we cool. Some people just like buy shoes from me, have a conversation, just want to talk, and that's cool too. That's better than just buying a shoe and just walking off, because you just build relationships with endless people because you never know what they do
That's
or
what I'm
who they
saying.
know.
Networking is crazy.
Yeah.
That can be like a whole nother topic.
So,
right there.
like, I remember it was either the Great Fives or the Barclays that changed my reselling life. Because I was like at 2,200 followers. And it was one of them shoes. It was both of these shoes, I'm going to say that. Because both of them shoes, I done went up like 3,000 followers. I wake up to 15 requests on release day. I wake up to 30 DMs.
Yeah, crazy.
And everybody just want a shoe. And some people are going to be, we all know, window shoppers. Like, people just ask for shoes. Don't even have the money ready, don't nothing. But that's cool. You learn to deal with that.
Yeah.
But it's also a lot of people that are going to buy like 5-6 pairs of the same shoe and just like bring them all. And then my thing is, I deal with like people that's in hoods. So once you drop off to him, you know, there's a bunch of people around him. They like, oh yeah, get this shoe. And I bring the shoes and everybody money ready. So that done happen like multiple times. That's just my life. I get a bunch of questions like how to resell, how you do this, how you do that. Like, I'm not gonna give out free game on here. That's what we're not gonna do. But if you want to learn, I got a nice little price for you in my DM. But yeah. Oh, and the craziest thing was, coming up, I used to DM people like I wanted to sell to, like let's say like a Rico Nasty or a Cuter Fool or just somebody in the DMV just to get some exposure. It got to the point where they was, not Rico, but they was DMing me, like everybody, and ready to pay for the shoes. That's the best feeling, crazy. Because you know a lot of people, a lot of rappers out here, they get shoes for free because kids just want them to advertise them and all that. Like, I'm not giving nobody no free shoes,
you gotta pay just like everybody else.
Nobody, and it's dumb because they make the most money. Why wouldn't they pay?
I know exactly.
So, I just. That's the craziest stuff. Until this day, like, they still keep coming back, and I'm a couple of their like solidified plug. Like, I'm shipping shoes out, I'm doing everything. So that's just my life as a reseller.
That's what's up. Yeah, a lot of different parts in that. Everybody life different. It's not just one way to resell. There's so many different ways you can resell, and just sneakers just ain't even like.
Yeah, like
sneakers is the bulk, like the bound grace, not the bound grace, but like the what's the word for that? Sneakers is just
the main attraction.
The main attraction, but it's so many other low key flips out here. So it's
people
like
be selling weights, like Bowflex weights.
Bro,
like,
every time I was like, we just went to sneakers this past summer, bro.
He was selling swimming pools. Swimming pools, bro. I'm like, you go get these out of Target, bro. Walmart.
The whole killers. See, that's the whole thing, though. They was out of stock everywhere. Nobody had pools because it's coronavirus. You know, shipments wasn't going in. Pool drink was crazy. So, you know, cook group is very important. But, like you said, we ain't giving out free game. But cook group is very important. You know, you gotta have connections. You gotta know people who know the market in different areas. Definitely. You know, my man's hit me up and was like, "Hey, bro, this is popping in my market. You know, see what you can do." I was like, "Bet."
Even cards, trading cards, bro. Is LeBron James trading card selling for $1.8 million? Like,
dang,
a card. Not a card.
Oh, a card. You mean like a the card. I know that Pokemon taking off too. Pokemon. I flipped a coin. This coin I flipped.
Bro,
man.
like what?
You can, boy. It's money out here, bro, fellas. There's money out here. Just don't stick to sneakers. You can like PS5s.
Oh.
That's another story right there. PS5, and they still.
My middle name is GameStop. Bro, I had 40 PS5s. It got so serious where I was getting on planes to LA to drop off PS5s.
Dang.
People wanted this shit delivered.
They wanted it.
Like what?
They wanted it.
Bro.
You know, they ain't gonna play by their PlayStation 5.
PS5s was the cook of 2020. I promise you.
Yeah.
No, don't even talk about shoes. PS5.
PS5.
That's
yeah,
it.
bro. PS5 was crazy.
And it was so much better for me because I don't even play PlayStation. So I'm selling every single one that come in my house.
I play it, but like I ain't kept one yet. I'm like, I'd rather have the money, honestly.
That too.
I'm cool on the PS4.
That too.
Like, nah, I'd rather just have the money. Yeah, that was crazy. I guess we just get into the last question.
Yeah.
Why you should believe in yourself in general. You can start off.
I'm gonna say this. Like, I'm a very straightforward person with stuff, and even with my parents, like I don't hold anything back. So, for one, I didn't want to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put this out there. I didn't want to go to school. It's just like a waste of me. So I'm just like, I'm gonna go do a little semester. Let's see how it is. Like I wasn't going to no classes. I wasn't doing anything.
Not for everybody.
I'm like, bro, like why am I here? Like, and then I'm in Delaware. I went to Delaware State for a semester. I'm in Delaware. I don't have no car. Nothing is closed. You gotta walk, catch a ride, something like. And I'm just not like the social person. Like I'm not going up to talk to people and do all that.
I feel you. It's a different experience.
Yeah,
like,
so
because you're not around your homeboys and all.
Yeah.
So it's like you by yourself for real.
So
crazy.
I'm telling my parents like I wanna drop out. Like this is not for me. So they basically like just have a plan ready. So I had my plan ready, had everything, and that's when the shoes kicked in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't kicking off for real. Like I was making money, but I was spending money on like trips and stuff. Like, I was going to Rolling Loud. I was going to Astro Fest.
What you gonna do?
I was just spending money, but it wasn't smart.
Yeah.
So I finally started saving, and then that's when it really kicked off. So I was still working at Safeway. My parents was like, go get a job so you could have like pay stubs and stuff to get a new car, because that's what I want. I want a new car, so I got that. So after that, I still didn't like Safeway. It's like I take Safeway as a joke.
Shoppers.
I take Safeway as a joke, like
especially with like taxes out your.
Yeah, like
when I'm like, bro, when you reselling, you flip it, and you getting more.
And some of the stuff under the table too, like
yeah.
So I'm at Safeway. I'm just like, I'm getting 8-hour shifts and 9-hour shifts. I'm like, bro, I'm not working this. Like, why? What make you think I want to stay in this grocery store for 8 hours?
8 hours.
For like, what's that? 15 something an hour, like for like $100 and something dollars. Like,
you getting like 100 and some change.
Yeah, I'm not working that. So I was coming late to work. I was doing everything in the book, bro. I did not want to work. So then it came to a point where it was actually a year ago in January where I just left Safeway. Like, I'm not about to keep working here. So then that's when All-Star Weekend was the next month. So made endless money off that. So I'm like, okay, it's picking up now.
So,
But then my parents was trying to get me to do an IT program.
Okay.
So I was in that. But I'm in there with like 40-year-old people, like people sleeping on the desk. The instructor is just putting stuff on a PowerPoint, telling us to write notes. Class finished. Like, What am I here for?
Yeah.
What do it look like? I want to sit at a desk all day. No. So I stopped doing that too. So then I really just focused on like the main thing. Put your mind to something and do it. I didn't want to do school. I didn't want to do IT. I want to do what I want to do. And I'm telling my parents this whole time, like, I'm not about to keep doing what y'all putting out here. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not.
You
So
gotta be straight up.
they like, try this other one just one last time. I'm like, bro, no, I'm not doing it. But mind you, when I started being like a full-time reseller, I had like $2,200 to my name. So.
But at the same time, you know, like, not everybody can, I guess, do what they want, they passion, they dream.
Yeah.
Because, you know, at the end of the day, you gotta make money.
Yeah.
Or be gaining some valuable experience. But for the most part, but like Ray was saying, he knew what he had to do. He had a plan. He was making some money. You knew what he was capable of, so he went and did it.
Yeah.
Other people, if you gotta keep a job, you know, keep a job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Money.
If you need a side income, do that.
Yeah, facts.
Keep a job. But then it got to the point where I was making the connections, I was making everything, and then I offered my dad to come out LA Complex Con with me so he could see.
See it also
because
proving to him.
I could tell him something, but he needs to see it.
He needs to see it.
So when I'm doing it, he's just like, wow, like he's at Complex Con in the same booth with me, getting stuff for me. Like
he see it.
He sees it. He's posting it on his Facebook like, this will be doing, like, oh my God, this is crazy. So I'm like, okay, now you see it. Now I just got to get it to my mom to see it. So the only way my mom really saw it was when it was a lot of money coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really started making money. Like, she was like, oh man. Like, said, it got to a point where my mom used to ask for shoes and I would just charge her retail. But now to the point where I just give it to her, like, you can have it.
You can have it.
So she gets everything. She gets everything.
I've been trying to get my mom to that.
Yeah.
Some newer air. I'm starting her off slow because she don't take care of her shoes. I be seeing her in it, and it just be beat up.
Sometimes my mom don't even wear her shoes. Like she had off-white Converse she don't wear. She like Yeezys, so she wear them. But like she got bread toes, she got everything. South Beach, Miami, LeBrons.
But I guess it's just similar to your story with me as far as believing in yourself. When I was in high school, I was flipping. I worked like 2 jobs in high school. I know one summer towards like my junior year and stuff when I really started getting heavy into it. My mom literally was like, "You need to get a job." So she technically forced me to get a job at Safeway. I mean, not Safeway, Shoppers. In my area, the one in Largo, by my house. I was working there, and I'm like, bro, I'm working close to during there 40 hours a week sometimes. And these checks ain't nothing, bro. And I'm like, bro, I can get this for a couple flips and be at home on my computer. So it's like, basically, just believe in yourself. I told my mom, like, I'm not trying to work. I quit. And like you said, you had to prove to your parents. I feel like with my mom, I proved to her when she saw, like, all these boxes coming to the house.
That too.
When she see stacking up, I'm getting a package every other day. Like, she was like, okay, I know you're making money, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, and I don't be asking, so she probably know I'm set. But she still wanted me to get that experience under my belt and everything, which I did. But, like, and the worst feeling is when you working and you missing a release or a shock drop or something that could have made you money that whole week you could have been home. Let me tell you this. I hate it.
I was working at Safeway, bro. This is when Manir on 8th Street first opened. They used to do ticket drinks. When I tell you, bro, I was at Safeway one time. Somebody called me like, buddy, about to do ticket for the LA to Chicago. The drinks you could wipe off. And then, bro, I was on the clock. I had like 5 hours left. I left Safeway and went to go pick up tickets. Like, what? Are you crazy?
Like, yeah.
Like, what?
At that point, call out
and
six
then,
on. Like, I gotta go.
And then I'm calling my friends like, "Are y'all busy? Like, let's go.
Let's go."
They picking up tickets too, so I probably made like $2,200 off them shoes. I had like 9-10 pairs.
Which would have made you? How many hours like, working at Safeway?
Bro, stop it, son. Stop it. But mind you, the thing I do, if you're gonna be big in your field, you gotta put your friends on. All my friends got a job with my shoes. That's why I said I don't do this alone. Even though I got a partner, Khalil, I don't get these shoes alone. So they'll ride around with me.
You have a team.
Yeah, they'll ride around with me. They just in the background. You don't know of them because you just see me ride around with me, pick up shoes. I'm paying them. Depending on the shoe, it's different pay.
Yeah, I'll probably be like 15.
It depends on the shoe.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the
because they know about shoes too, and it's not like I'm going to try to get over them, so I'm going to pay them.
Humble them out.
Yeah, humble them out. So
put like your friends on. If you really making money, put your friends on.
Like even they come out of town with me. Like they do everything. They're coming everywhere.
Facts.
And out of town isn't even for the pay. It's for the experience. Like I knew what situation they was in before. So if I bring them out of town with me, now the people I connect with, they done connected with, and then they working together too and making money on their own little.
That's a true friend.
Like you just got
People
to,
be
bro.
greedy. People be greedy.
You got to put your friends on, please. Don't be greedy with nothing. This is a good way to wrap
this up for real too. Though.
Yeah.
But just, that's why we did this. You know,
like,
people can work.
Dang, Jay Cleasy, this shit crazy.